time and time again, they do not quit. And now they have a chance to advance to the conference finals. Finally get rid of the Nuggets.
Well, I think they've done a lot of good things, but in the second half, they've sort of shot themselves in the foot. Foul.
In Denver. Murray gets some room, drives at Zubac. Well defended, but Murray able to bank it home. She comes the other way. Jokic guarded by Marcus Morris. Beverly in pursuit. Jokic, nice feed inside to Harris, and Harris gets that one to go. Just beautiful pass by a 7-foot. Jokic and Morris going at it. Morris, as usual, playing physical. Jokic taking his time. Nice find again. This time, Grant.
Just rewarded by a cutting teammate with the finish.
Leonard fakes, drives, gets inside, and an easy layup for Kawhi Leonard.
Double team by the Clippers.
Paul George this time goes to the basket. Layup won't go. Jokic had it taken away by Leonard after grabbing the rebound. Murray slow to get up. Beverly gets into the paint, kicks it out. Wide open three for Morris. And that one bounces around and drops through. On the drive, Grant.
A huge addition by Tim Conley to his team.
Zubac, and a nice feed inside. A bit of Zubac.
I'm wrong.
That's probably the winner.
No, I do. I think it's a real deal.
Well, so far, Murray now knocks that one down. That's the first one for the Nuggets. Both teams are 1 for 5.
Being part of Game 7's coaching and playing, I think you get a little tight. It's just natural.
Morris drills the two-pointer. Well, for the Clippers,
Looks like a good putback.
the ball's, it's touching the rim, but it's off the bottom case of it as Jokic drives inside, lays it up and in. Nice move from Jokic for his first field goal.
That's some pass right there. Behind the pack to a rolling big.
And Leonard fouled before the shot. What a start for that series. Jokic off the dribble. Off that right foot, and shot is good by Harris. And Jamal Murray brings it up. Murray now puts up the three. Shot in and out, rebound to Kawhi Leonard.
And Shamet sprained his ankle.
And he is hobbling as he just gets across half court. Kawhi Leonard kicks it out. Shamet feeling okay to shoot, and he knocks down the three. Look at him limp down the floor. Didn't affect that nice stroke.
And he had rick away those catch and shoot elbow twos and threes.
Michael Porter also in the game. Jokic ahead to Torrey Craig, and the finish. Another beautiful pass from Jokic. He's got 4 assists already here in the first quarter, the 7-footer.
Leading the break.
Harrell, boy, quick decision there from Montrezl Harrell. And the pace is picked up.
And Jokic got to be smarter. I thought there was contact there on that play.
Jokic wraparound pass to Morris. See Shamet going back to the locker room. Morris for three. Morris, a nice backup point guard.
I really like him. He can start on some teams. Like if you put him, as Porter's called for the foul.
Men for the LA Clippers, and one of their strengths all season. They both have struggled in this series. Harrell guarding Jokic. The spin move, here comes the double team. Finds Porter. Porter on the drive. Jokic, nice little fake. Shot from Murray won't go, but Jokic right there on the follow. So already, Nikola Jokic, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and we still have a minute to play here in this first quarter.
He set the tone. They're doing an outstanding job of moving the basketball, looking to make plays for one another.
Three-pointer will go. So Paul George with his first three. George was 1 for 5 before that shot.
He moves so well along the baseline screens. Very few players and very few teams have that in their game.
Michael Porter was out of bounds where he caught it. That's 6 turnovers for Denver. 3 of them are on offensive fouls. And Denver Nuggets 5-0 in elimination games here in these 2020 playoffs. Paul George trying to draw a foul. Porter goes high for the rebound. Porter has become an X factor for these Denver Nuggets. He's their 3rd leading scorer in the playoffs and their 2nd leading rebounder. Now it's Jamal Murray's turn. Shot clock winding down. And a bad pass. Good defense there from the Clippers. 7 first quarter turnovers for Denver. Plumlee will check in for the first time. And Jokic is going to get a breather. Mason Plumlee.
This flat screen in the middle of the floor for Lou Williams.
No fouls to give for Denver. Williams gets in, floats it up and in. Still 3.6 remaining. Murray racing up the floor. Half court, the shot is up. Oh, hits the front of the rim. And the first quarter comes to an end.
It's just been hard for them to get in any kind of consistent sync. But off to good starts here. Clippers now up by 3 after trailing by 5. Leonard harassing Morris. Playing off of Plumlee. Murray. Little baseline jumper, shot won't go. Beverly to Lou Williams. Little hesitation, lost it momentarily, but still able to knock it down. Williams 2 for 2 off the bench. And Mike Malone.
Was that at least 6 of his guys are Cowboys fans. So he was taking action, betting on the Rams. Doc told me that he made off with some large bills. So, hey, the day was not a total loss.
You got to do something to put it behind you. Thank you, Rachel, as Murray is tied up. Shot clock at 4. Monte Morris needing to get it off. They throw it downside, and Craig just gets it off in time and banks it home.
But again, Mike, to go back to your point about Monte Morris, great use of the shot clock, no panic, finds Craig for the easy bucket.
Kawhi Leonard, a 3-pointer, just his 2nd field goal, his first 3-pointer.
Little miscommunication by the Nuggets. Looked like they were in a zone. Left the best player on the floor wide open in Kawhi Leonard.
Morris, Plumlee. Morris jumper not that time. Harrell out to Beverly. Leonard gets inside, flips it out to Lou Williams. JaMychal Green for 3.
I thought early on Leonard was doubled and forced a bad shot. I like those type of decisions. Be unselfish and make the right play. Puts a guy in position to step in and knock down an open shot.
Largest lead by either team here in the first half, as Jamal Murray cuts that deficit to 7. Beautiful slip pass. Once again, Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell.
Go out there and take it. Go out there and take it. You deserve it.
Again, the Nuggets used to these game 7s. They had 2 last year, 2 more this year as Murray comes up short. Guys, you've coached. Mark, you've played in the game 7. Is there really a different feeling before the game? Like, what's going through your head in the game 7?
Well, it's still a playoff game, but I wouldn't say before the game. The night before, you're thinking we're going to be on national TV as a game 7 is a huge game. I think the problem, you get involved in these games and you get a little tight because you don't want to make a mistake because each possession is valuable.
That possession broken up nicely by the Clipper defense. Lou Williams gets himself set, can't finish. Michael Porter rips down the rebound.
I think it's the finality of it all. You know, that you know it's going to be done as they double to protect Lou Williams.
Jamal Murray for 3. That's his 2nd 3-pointer.
One thing I think as a coach is I'm going to play my best players. I'm going to ride them longer. I thought that little breather with Jokic at the end of the first.
As an NBA scoring champ back in '83, averaged over 28 a game. 20th all-time on the NBA scoring list. What a great, great player.
He and Kiki Vandeweghe were a nightmare to guard.
Absolutely.
Murray flips it up and in. Jamal Murray starting to get a nice feel. He's got 12 points.
Love the way we recognize guys that paved the way and impacted the game.
Leonard back out. Patrick Beverly. Shot clock winding down. So Beverly hoists it up. Comes up way short. Rebound Gary Harris.
How about Gary Harris, a guard, outlets to his center to bring it on the break?
And then Jokic brings it up the floor and draws. The Green can kind of hold his own against some centers. There's the double on Jokic. He thought he got fouled. Beverly throws it ahead to Leonard. Leonard inside the George, adjusts and banks it home.
Another unselfish play by Leonard on the break.
This has been Leonard's best season as a playmaker, averaging over 5 assists a game. Grant, feed inside, and Harris dribble it on the baseline.
Threat.
Kawhi Leonard drives to the goal and throws it down. An emphatic finish and a lead back up to 9. Murray, another pretty floater. That'll bring back memories, Mark?
Yeah, watching the greats when I was younger.
The thing that Mark did differently on his floater as George goes to the rim and finishes through contact.
Clippers have missed 4 free throws, just 6 of 10 from the line.
And Mike Malone has told his team he wants to go exclusively high screen and roll and open the floor for Jamal Murray to be a playmaker competing defensively. That's to his right hand, a direct line drive.
Murray steps back, in and out. Millsap had it. And a loose
Mentality, good lateral quickness, so their switching has been very impactful.
pass inside. Millsap couldn't handle it, and a struggle. George will bring it up. A 9-point Clipper lead. George goes around, and they're going to call an offensive foul. And that's 3.
Otherwise, he said, I'm not Pat Beverly. So it has been a balancing act for the guards for this whole game so far.
Yeah, Rachel, that's what Doc Rivers said. He play hard, but play smart. Leonard, three-pointer is good. Kawhi Leonard, his second 3. He's in double figures, and this is the largest lead of the first half. Gary Harris can't connect. Beverly pushing.
Nuggets 3 for 15 from 3.
Leonard, a drive, banks it home. Well, the Nuggets are in familiar territory, down by double figures. It's been the case in both games 5 and 6. But they came back and won to force this game 7. Gary Harris with the three-pointer. He was 0 for 4 from downtown before that one.
And every one of his looks has been wide, wide open.
And a foul down the other end. Both teams in. They lead by 11.
If I'm Mike Malone and the Nuggets, I'm believing I got them right where I want them right now. This is where we turn it on.
They were down 16 in game 5. They were down 19 in game 6. And won both those elimination games to force this one. Another floater from Jamal Murray. And Murray with a big first half. He's got 16 points. 11 of them here in the second.
I really liked how they used him there. They moved him down to the baseline, had him set a screen, and then come off a stagger screen to get him a little separation against Beverly.
Marcus Morris, good drive, can't finish. Harris pushing. Back to Millsap. Little extra step perhaps, lost it. Jokic couldn't hold on, and here comes Lou Williams. Beverly drives, tries to draw contact, flips it up and in. Oh, Beverly with 6 points and 6 assists. And the lead double figures once again.
Nuggets want to post up Jokic against the smaller defenders and try to get some easy looks.
Jokic, he's seen a lot of double teams. Grant, straight on 3, in and out. Beverly throws it down the floor.
And again, the Nuggets are being presented wide open shots off these double teams of Jokic. And the Clippers aren't going to stop until they make them pay.
You see Jokic's numbers are already a double-double plus 5 assists. Murray again drills another. That's 13. Murray drives on Morris. Now pulls back, two-pointer. Got it. He is red hot here in the second quarter. 23. First half points on 10 of 16 from the field.
And they've gone pretty much exclusively high screen and roll, allowing Murray to be the playmaker.
Marcus Morris tries to answer but can't. Jokic chips it away.
And again, that came off the pistol out. Not really sure of their coverages right now in that action. They need to get that cleaned up.
Shot clock down to 7. Murray, another floater, another bucket for Jamal Murray. 20 points here in the second, 25 for the half. Shot clock is turned off, no fouls to give.
Do you think he's playing Utah?
Kawhi Leonard, three-pointer will go. Harrell trying to tip it in. Back out, Lou Williams puts it up.
Third quarter, that's when I know we're ready. Of course, guys, Malone is hoping his team, which was already down by double digits in the first half tonight, doesn't do it again here in the next few minutes. And he told me that at halftime, his instructions to them were, you're still turning the ball over too much. You're allowing too many blow-bys on one-on-one coverage. You've got to just guard the ball better. As for the Clippers, well, Doc Rivers still reminding his team about not getting into foul trouble, because not only does it cost points, but the game flow stops. And he said the Nuggets have time to set up their defense, and that's certainly what happened in Game 6. He told the guys he does not want to see it again.
All right, Rachel. Well, the Nuggets trying to become the first team in NBA history to overcome 2 3-1 deficits in the same playoffs. And a long way to go, but they are battling once again. Beverly throws up a wild shot. Gary Harris comes the other way. Murray, not that time. Leonard gets a running start. Ahead to Marcus Morris. Good transition defense by the Nuggets. Beverly for 3. Got it.
Well, the confidence of Patrick Beverly, shoots an air ball floater, comes back. You would think he's on a roll offensively.
And the Clippers have much more life right now and are quicker to the ball than the Nuggets.
Offensive foul called on Paul Millsap. Beverly fouled out in Game 6. Has had foul trouble in a couple of other games. He's got 9.6 assists here in Game 7. Beverly feeling it a little bit. It's another wild shot, though. Jokic dribbling it up. Grant on a nice look from Jamal Murray. In that first half, the Denver Nuggets shot 16 for 22 from 2-point range. They were just 5 of 20 from 3. Paul George trying to get it inside, stolen by Jokic. The 7-footer once again bringing the ball up the floor. Feet inside. Oh, nice move from Gary Harris.
He's just a tremendous cutter. And again, going back to the first half, he knows he's going to get rewarded when he makes timely cuts when Jokic has the ball.
Jokic he's a spectacular playmaker. And he's 7 feet tall. Morris jumper misses. Jokic with his 12th rebound.
And I know it worked early in this ball game, but I'm not sold on the fact that you have to double team Jokic on the catch. I'd live with the results of a guy defending him and staying in front of him.
Jokic hasn't taken a 3 in this game. He's only taken 4 field goal attempts. As Grant knocks down another 3. His second three-pointer here in the third causes Doc Rivers to call time as the Nuggets back up by 1.
Jokic in the post. And I know when we were preparing to play Jokic this summer with Serbia, Greg Popovich was adamant that our World Cup team was not going to double team Jokic in the post if he could see the double team coming. He just felt he was too good if he could see the double coming. You had to do it when he had his back turned to you.
Murray to Jokic. Elbow jumper from Jokic is good. And Mark, you made a point earlier today. Players all have different types of strengths. And you used a word I think perfectly describes one of his major strengths, patience. He's so patient out there waiting for the play to make the right play.
And that's why I believe what Coach just finished saying, a great find by Kawhi Leonard. But when you double team him and he's able to see it, you're inviting his greatest strength was his ability to pass the basketball. With all due respect, as great as Patrick Ewing was, it's a different animal to double team him because he's thinking score all the time.
But Jokic, you just can't rush him. He takes his time and doesn't panic, doesn't get rattled. Shot clock at 5. Millsap pulls back, corner 3. Paul George able to grasp that rebound.
But again, they switched the pick and roll and then came back with a late double team. As
Reggie Jackson in the game. Jackson has not played a lot in this series. Landry Shamet turned his ankle in the first half. Inside, Kawhi Leonard layup misses. Zubac's tip doesn't go. Jokic tips it to Murray. Grant already with a couple of threes here in the third quarter. Murray finds Jokic, throws it up, shot misses, gets his own rebound. Back out to Murray. Murray throws it inside. I think that was a pass for Millsap, but it hit the rim, and here come the Clippers. Jackson. And Millsap will slow it down with 6.5 remaining here in the third. And draws the foul on Jackson.
And the crazy, dangerous part of...
And he keep going at this pace as he answers with a 3. And you would mention it, you want to go with your best players the longest. I think the same with Jokic. You're trying to play them as many minutes as you can here in this second half.
The second half, the last 2 games, as Jackson comes up short, have been owned by the Denver Nuggets.
And I think if you're Jokic or especially Murray, I'm looking over at Mike Malone and saying, don't take me out. Your best player's got to put a demand on the coach also.
Jokic kicks it out. Harris for 3. Gary Harris from downtown. And this right now the largest lead of the game for Denver.
And there was miscommunication. The officials thought it was going to be a timeout. Doc Rivers was just getting up to encourage his team.
A 14-point turnaround in just 6 minutes. Denver was down 7 earlier in the period, already up 7. We have seen this script earlier in the series as JaMychal Green knocks it down. Remember in Game 6 in the second half, Denver outscored the LA Clippers 64-35. Hard to imagine that happening to a Clipper team. Millsap left open. His three-pointer is good.
You see the adjustment. The Clippers put Kawhi Leonard on Jokic to try to switch the pick and roll. So Millsap became the screener. Great read, and now he gets the wide open look off of Zubac defending him.
And a foul call on Garrett for Denver. The second half of the last 2 games has been critical. Arrow goes right at Jokic. Excellent defense by the 7-footer from Serbia. Murray one-on-one with Williams. Now here's the screen. Murray finds Jokic. Back out Millsap. He'll try another 3. Puts it in. Paul Millsap again from downtown. And it's a 9-point Denver lead.
That high screen and roll coach is creating all sorts of problems.
Lou Williams, one dribble to get rid of Jamal Murray, but he can't hit the shot. Jokic, by the way, also with 3 blocked shots. This third quarter started with Denver down by 7. A 16-point turnaround. And we still have 3.5 to go in the period. Jokic for 3. Paul George just 3 of 9 from the field. Has 7 points. JaMychal Green gets it to Lou Williams. Trying to take Jokic off the dribble. Kicks it out to Leonard. George a three-pointer. That's good.
That's great ball movement by
Denver playing with such confidence right now. Harris picks up his dribble. Jokic puts up a three. Does hit the rim. But JaMychal Green the rebound.
And this unit, Michael Malone's got to keep his eye on. Do they have enough firepower and punch?
Williams gets to the rim. In and out. 19 rebounds now for Jokic.
And that's a point-blank miss by Williams. Good move, just didn't get it down.
Michael Porter's in the game. Torrey Craig looking for Jokic. One-on-one with Harrell. Give and go. Craig banks it home. What a performance from Nikola Jokic. His 11th assist, and Denver back up by 8.
And that's awful defense by Paul George, getting beat on the cut. And a great find by Jokic.
Just pinpoint precise passing. Montrezl Harrell. And that's going to be 4 fouls.
Game at the end.
Boy, Jokic, his performances in some of these Game 7. The Game 7 against Utah, he had 30 points and 14 rebounds. He had 34 points in the elimination Game 6 against the Clippers. Just like these Denver Nuggets, they play well in desperate times. Shot clock is turned off. No fouls to give. Morris surveying, elbow jumper, rolls around and goes through. And first 3 quarters against one of the premier defensive teams in the NBA. That's an offensive foul on Plumlee, his first to begin the 4th quarter. Paul George, three-pointer won't go. Torrey Craig the rebound. These Clippers, one of the favorites all season to win a title, now facing elimination as they're down 8 to start this 4th quarter. Porter's shot won't go. Craig's tip misses, and here comes Paul George.
Not matched up in transition. Porter wide open, just missed.
George trying to get it on track. Goes inside, throws it high off the glass. Porter tips it beautifully away, right into the hands of Murray. And then Murray fouled by Beverly, his first.
Mike, that's where Porter's size.
JaMychal Green off the dribble. Goes inside, tried to slam it. Karam's all the way in the back court, where Paul George can go back and get it. George against Murray. Drives, double teamed. Up top to Green, throws it away. That's only the 8th Clipper turnover.
Both teams scoreless 2 minutes into this 4th quarter.
You talk about pressure time.
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have got to make it happen.
Michael Porter back up to Morris. Right now, Murray the only starter on the floor for Denver. Plumlee's pass deflected, but goes. It's to Murray. Puts it up, puts it in. Jamal Murray now with 30 points. A 10-point Denver lead, their largest of the game. Leonard can't hit. Porter with a rebound. Murray picked up by Harrell. Throws it out to Porter. Porter off the bounce, drives, goes inside, layup, tried to bank it in. And he got fouled. He'll shoot 2.
All these decisions, there's no necessarily right or wrong answer. But you don't want it to get to 9 before you insert them either. Now they're switching every pick and roll.
Murray. Beverly with the strip. Beverly drives against Murray, who gets back defensively. Now it's Lou Williams. Kicks it up top to George. Just straight on 3. In and out. And the rebound, Jamal Murray.
In these situations, I've been in them. If you're Denver right now, you don't want to look and think, okay, let the clock dwindle down. Continue to play solid basketball and execute on the offensive and defensive end.
And I'm going to call timeout to get Jokic back in there. He's up at the desk anyway.
Craig, the runner, blocked by Beverly. Craig gets it back. Line drive shot is short. Rebound Porter. And then thrown away. Patrick Beverly with a steal and a block shot. 2 big defensive plays. Leonard sidestep. The runner's short. He thought he was fouled. And now Mike Malone calls timeout.
University of Central Florida football coach. If you're juiceless, you're useless. And they got to find, the Clippers have got to find juice to ignite their offense.
I love that line.
Jokic drives. Jokic bank shot won't go. The tip misses. Fight for the rebound. Still loose. Knocked out of bounds. Denver ball. Clippers can't get anything to fall here in the fourth. Murray lobs it in. Jokic. Cross court to Harris. Harris gets inside. Ball poked away. Jokic flips it up. Shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Clippers get it.
And that's a great defensive possession. Now you got to turn that into good shots and some makes. And Jokic can't foul.
Marcus Morris, three-pointer won't go. Porter with a rebound. Porter's done a good job on the boards off the bench. 7 boards in 14 minutes.
And they're trying to get Lou Williams as the guy to switch on to Murray and now get out of his way.
Murray sees the double team. Jokic just taking his time. Shot clock at 5. Ball
But there's
deflected out of bounds, Jeff.
There's a difference between
Go. JaMychal Green the rebound. George looking to post up. Gets inside. He's double team. Has to throw it back out. Throws it away. Gary Harris drives down a lane. Layup shot. Rattles around and drops through. The lead back to 15 with just over 5 minutes remaining. Harris another strong game with 14. Leonard pulls up on Millsap. Shot no good. On the follow is JaMychal Green. That's their first field goal of the fourth quarter. Incredible. Took them 7 minutes.
And I like this strategy. The shot clock doesn't start. You can just let the clock wind. If I was Murray, I would have let the clock go to 2 minutes before I picked it up.
Inside pass. Jokic flips it up and in. Murray finds his teammate. And Nikola Jokic makes it 93-78. The Clippers right now have no answers for the Nuggets. Leonard for 3. Beverly kicks it out.
They've gotten a number of second shots, though.
George way off. Hits the side of the backboard. And Jokic with yet another rebound. Mike Malone calls timeout. 21 rebounds, 11 assists, and 14 points. The mighty Clippers down 3-1. And a chance to win 3 in a row and advance to the conference finals. There's still 4 minutes remaining, but they are in control right now. Bad pass that time from Murray. And that's the 19th turnover for Denver.
And they're playing Montrezl Harrell on Paul Millsap. Leonard is guarding Jokic.
Grant back in. Inside goes to Harrell. Gathers, lays it up and in. That cuts it to 13.
Yeah, if you're the Clippers coach, this game is far from over. You need plays like that, but more importantly, you need to get stops.
Just their second field goal here in the fourth quarter. Murray taking his time again, getting time off the clock. Now Jokic leans in, back to Murray. Murray the floater, shot too strong. Ball tipped out, taken by Grant. And a new 14 on the shot clock. Jokic calling for it. Guarded by Harrell. Throws it up to Grant. Grant shot. And he's fouled on the pass. It's only double. They're in a great position. Harrell goes at Jokic. Kicks it out. George, corner 3. Way off, short. And Jokic the rebound. Paul George now just 2 for 10 from downtown.
He and Leonard 10 for 37.
Murray to Jokic. Murray trying to get it. Shot clock winding down. Murray puts up a 3. Bang! Jamal Murray from downtown. It's an 18-point lead. 36 for Murray. Jokic on the steal, ahead to Grant. And the Nuggets pouring it on. Timeout LA. A 20-point lead with 2:10 remaining. This is absolute series win.
6-0 in elimination games here in the bubble. Much respect for the coaching staffs.